There's definitely points throughout the game that we had chances to turn things around, but I mean, just got to take everything with a grain of salt. Obviously, it's not the outcome of the season that everybody wanted, but moving forward, there's definitely things that we can learn from, and it's a tough pill to swallow 3 years in a row. But this culture and the way this team is built, I don't see there's going to be a drop off moving forward. That's just the quality of guys that we have in this locker room.
Do you think there was, in that matchup, there was one thing that you guys are missing that you need moving forward towards next season? Or do
No, I can't speak to that. I think every piece that we needed to win is in this locker room, offensively, defensively, and on special teams. Unfortunately, we didn't make enough plays to win, and then at the end of the day, that's what this game boils down to. They're a talented defense, they're a talented offense, and when a big play needed to be made, Thielen made a great catch at the end and put them in position to win, but I felt like we were in it up till that very last play, and things could have went the opposite way with the final play and what I believe to be a no call, but you can sit here and beat yourself up about it, but there's points in time, like I said earlier, there's points in times in that game that it should have never gotten to that situation.
Is that what makes it toughest, the fact that you guys know you had enough on this roster and in this locker room to win games like that, and you played much better than that at times this year?
Yeah, and I think that's always the tough pill to swallow. That's why it's the playoffs. It's one and done. If you don't win, you go home, and when you leave meat on the bone, or I feel like we played with great effort. I feel like we left it all out there on the field, but when you look back and you see the game as a whole, there's definitely meat on the bone in certain plays or certain situations that you wish you'd go back and change, but that's just not the reality of things. You have to move on and move forward and always play the next play. So I think we did that. Like I said, we made the adjustments that we needed to in the second half, and I thought we played really good defensive football during the second half moving forward, but came down to one play, and they made plays and we didn't.
How much do you want to be back here next year, knowing how close you guys have been during your time here and what there is left to accomplish?
I mean, I would obviously be very excited at the opportunity to come back. I'll cross that bridge when we get there, and obviously we're going to take this time to digest everything that's happened, but it's been a quick 3 years since I've gotten here, and just to see the change of the culture and obviously being able to be a part of a defense that's been able to win football games around here has been huge. So, like I said, moving forward, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what my future is here, whether it's here with this team or a different team, but I'll let things run their course, and obviously, like I said, I'd love to be back. I love the city. I love this team. I love this locker room. I'm invested into it. But we'll see.
AJ, you talked about the culture change. What changed the culture, you feel like, in your 3 years?
It's a culmination of everything, whether it's with the personnel, the guys that you play with, the character of the team, the defensive coaches, the scheme. A lot of things go into a winning culture, and winning's contagious. Once you get a taste of it, you don't want it to go away, and I think that's what drives people. And every single year when you have these letdowns or you have things not go your way, I mean, my stomach's burning to get back to work again. Like, I fully expected to come in here today to start preparation on Green Bay, and that's a tough pill to swallow, and like I said, you just got to let it digest, and everybody feels the same way. So when you get that winning feeling, or you come up short like we have these past three years, it's just motivation to keep pushing forward, and that's what this team has to do.
You mentioned defensive coaches being a big part of the culture change here. Mike Nolan is a guy that's being mentioned for maybe defensive coordinator jobs. No surprise there, just because of how good of a job he's done here?
No, Coach Nolan's a great coach. He understands the game of football. He's been around for a long time. He's been a head coach, understands personnel, and that doesn't surprise me at all. He's obviously done a great job in our linebacker room, and I think that he's a piece and a part of why our linebacker core has played so well over these past few years. So that doesn't surprise me that there are rumors going around.
Is there any genuine surprise at how Cousins played? I mean, this is a guy who's, like, if you're just a fan of football, and there's been a lot of numbers out there of, like, in big game situations, he hasn't risen to the challenge. Like, was there any genuine surprise at how he played?
No, there's no genuine surprise because we know who he is as a quarterback. He can make all the throws. He's poised. He can manage the game. Got great arm strength and can make plays when he needs to make plays. I felt like we had him on the ropes at certain points of the game with pressure and different looks that we were giving him. But when it came down to crunch time, people call him out saying he might not be able to make those plays in crunch time, but he did against us. And everybody knows he's a great quarterback, and he definitely proved it. So got to give kudos to him. He played a great game.
As far as you referenced the last play, last year we were all talking about how egregious the Nola no call was. Was that play that egregious, or do you feel like that's kind of just a judgment call in the moment that guys are hand checking and stuff?
It's a different situation, different year, but I think if you watch it personally, you can see that PJ does have his motion or his momentum impeded by the push-off. You can see his body jerk. There's clear separation because of Rudolph's arm. But in a play like that, I can understand the no call, but at the same time, I'm biased. You know what I mean? I want calls to go our way. And I mean, Rudolph's a great player. He utilizes his size, he utilizes his body and his strength and his catch radius to make plays like that, and he made the play. Like I said, do I wish the call would have been made? Yes. Can I say that it was as egregious as last year? No, I can't. I think that's just a judgment call at the last second, but it's done and over with. You know what I mean? There's not much to say.
You talked about your future here. Obviously, Drew has to contemplate what his future is going to be. Could you envision this organization without number 9? Is that something that you've thought about yet?
Oh, I mean, I don't think anybody likes to envision that, but I know number 9, and he has a lot of fight left in him. I don't see him walking away from this game or this city or this team. I think he, again, for the last 3 years, we've come up just short. We've had great teams, and I think his goal is to win that Super Bowl, just like everybody in this locker room. Our goal is to win a Super Bowl every single year, and I think he's going to be one of those guys. He's going to go until he gets it, and I think he can. His body held up this year, and he's been playing great football. And obviously he's one of the, or not one of the most, I don't even know how to say it, just watching his preparation and dedication and work ethic day in and day out, and to see what makes him great. It's been really a pleasure to be here and to be his teammate. And just to watch him, he's taught me so much, not even having to talk to him. You can learn so much as a player, as a man, as a father, just by observing him. And he's as good as it gets.